it's Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com, and I am here to share with you another video in the flashcard series. Today, I wanted to really focus on the guys. I know those masculine cards are really hard, and you know what? They're hard for me too. But I was really pleased with how this one came out. I'm actually making this for my daughter's boyfriend, who is big time into music. And you know, I loved being able to find some stamps that I already own that aren't typically masculine, but I was able to create a really masculine card with them. I know you like that too, because we like to be able to get a lot out of our stamp sets, don't we? So let's go ahead and get started with today's flashcard. All right, we're going to begin as we always do with our flashcard pieces. Today I'm going to be using our Naturals Ivory Cardstock and our Very Vanilla Cardstock as our layering piece. Now, if you've not seen the video on flashcards, not a problem. You can find that by going to YouTube and searching Connie Stewart flashcards. That's where you're going to find this video where I explain this very simple template, and then you're going to be able to see literally over 100 videos on how to use two little pieces of cardstock to create a lot of different cards. So those are my flashcard base pieces. My card base is in Island Indigo, and I have mine cut at 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4 inches. So it is a standard card size, and it will fit into a Stampin' Up! Medium size envelope. So let's go ahead and start with that piece, that Island Indigo piece, and I did go ahead and do this in advance for you. I came in with the hardwood stamp. This is in our Celebrate the Everyday catalog. I inked that up in some soft suede ink and just stamped it on my cardstock. I then came in with some soft suede ink and a Stampin' Sponge and just kind of sponged up the edges. Again, this is going to give it a really nice masculine feel. So I love that stamp set, and let me tell you, it looks beautiful in just about any color that you work with. We're now going to come in with our Very Vanilla piece, and we're going to start doing some stamping here. I'm going to start with an Island Indigo ink pad, and I'm going to use the Make-A-Wish. This is from the Everyday Celebrate the Everyday Stamps, catalog. Celebrate the Everyday catalog. Connie's mouth does work. Okay, we're going to stamp that in Island Indigo. This is from the Perfect Pennants stamp set, by the way. So you can see I've got that cut, stamped off to one side. I am now going to come in with a Framelit from Chalk Talk. It fits in there just perfect, don't you think? I'm going to run that through my Big Shot the way you would with a Framelit, and we're going to go ahead and cut that out. All right, so I've run that through my Big Shot. You can see I've got that cut out just fine. We're now going to take a stamping sponge, and we're going to sponge all the edges of that. Okay, so we've still got some great cardstock left over. I'm going to bring in the Modern Mosaic stamp set. And I have got 3 different of the mosaics. I'm going to stamp one in Cajun Craze. I'm going to take another one in Garden Green. You see I'm turning it sideways. There is a reason to my madness there, guys. My last one, I'm going to use Soft Suede. And I'm going to do one more of my mosaic. And I'm going to put it right there. I've cleaned that Make-A-Wish stamp because I need to come in again with that soft suede. And what I want to do is just catch the letter A that's in there. Don't want a lot more than that, but it's fine if you catch a little bit. I'm going to stamp that A in this little remaining spot that I've got right there. Okay, one last thing, I promise, and this will be the last. I'm going to come in with Island Indigo. This little guy is also in the Modern Mosaic stamp set. So that's all the stamping that we're going to do. Now we get to just do some simple punching. This Modern Mosaic, by the way, I am using the bundle. I like bundles because I like to save money. I'm sure you do too. But I love that the stamp set and matching punch make my life so easy. So we're going to punch these out. This A here, I'm going to come in with a 1/2 inch circle punch. And we are going to cut out the A. And then this last little guy right here, let me just get some of this bulk out of the way. This is from the Itty Bitty Punch Pack, that little flowery kind of star looking thing. Whoops, I didn't quite get enough out of the way there. And we're going to come in and we're going to punch that out. Okay, so we've got all our pieces out of the way. It's kind of good to have that done. I'm going to come back in now with the soft suede ink, and I'm going to be using the oh goodness, I just lost the name of it. I'll have it there on the screen for you. I'm sorry, it's the Music Notes. I believe that's the name of, this is actually a Stampin' Around wheel. I know, it doesn't look like a wheel any longer. Bear with me, but I really do like to use my wheels flat on my clear block, so that's why my wheel might look a little different than what you would see in the catalog. Now, if you would like to learn how to convert your wheels into flat stamps, I do have a video on that as well, and you can find that on YouTube. But anyway, so I have converted my stamp. I've got this on the eye block, and yes, I do realize I'm hanging off the edge, but for what I'm doing, it is not a problem at all. I've inked it up in soft suede. We're going to stamp it. On this next one that I stamped, because I don't want all the music notes to look the same, I'm going to bring it down a little bit, meaning down on my cardstock, one direction or the other. Now I'm going to do the same thing here, going this direction, again, just so everything doesn't look the same. Okay, at this point, we're going to have some fun. Are you ready? We are going to come in with the distressing tool. This is the greatest tool, especially when it comes to masculine stamps. Check it out, or masculine cards. We're just going to take, this is just going to shred. We've got little blades in here. It's just going to shred my cardstock. What is it with guy cards? We want to beat it up, tear it up, make it look just old and distressed. What does that say about our men? Anyway, so we're going to take this. You can see it works really well. Let me flip it over. You can really see the great fuzzies and all that we're getting. We're kind of tearing up the edges, and trust me, that is what we want. We're now going to do one more thing. Are you ready? We are going to take out some serious aggression. Whatever you're dealing with right now, whether it's the puppy piddled once again on the floor. For me, I was working on taxes, so you can bet I'm really going to take it out on this piece of paper. So yeah, this is a great project to do when you're really, really frustrated. So you can see we're just really, again, let's really distress this little piece of cardstock. It is going to look pretty darn beat up when we are all done. Okay, so we can now flatten that out. By the way, you're going to see I've got fuzzies all over my stamp area. Make sure we kind of clean that up so we don't get it all over everything as we work. Okay, now let's distress it a little bit more. Coming back in with that soft suede ink pad, I'm just going to hit the edges of this cardstock here and just kind of ink it up. See that? Doesn't it really like make it look nice and aged? I'm going to come back in with my sponge, and we're going to sponge it up and beat it up just a little bit more. All right, it's now time to put the card together. I've got some adhesive, just SNAIL adhesive on the back of my heavily distressed piece of cardstock there. I'm now going to come in with all of those mosaics that we punched out. I've got a stamp and a dimensional behind them. And this one, you notice I'm not pressing really hard. I want to kind of just lay them on here until I'm really happy with how it looks. I think I want this one to come up a little bit higher. So you can see once I feel like I'm good, everything is centered the way I want, and I'm happy with it, whoop, okay, we can give that a press. Let's now come in with our Make-A-Wish that is all sponged. Whoops, and let me put a couple dimensionals on this as well. I love to use dimension on cards. I think it just makes everything just happy. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to actually add a little piece of burlap ribbon. This is Stampin' Up's burlap ribbon that can also be found in the Celebrate the Everyday catalog. You can see it's actually got some stitching here on the side. I'm going to take that off. I'm then going to just cut a little flag out of it. And again, burlap, it's going to give me that kind of beat up. Again, what is it we want for our men? We want things to look old and jaggedy and ragged. I don't know why. Don't ask me. I don't make the rules. So let's take, let me flip that over, make sure I'm going to get that on the right side. I'm just going to take some SNAIL adhesive and I'm going to attach that flag there. And yes, I did take oops, my flag is going the wrong way. Oh well, you know what? Still works for me. Does it work for you? Good. Okay. So we're going to stick that down on there. And you remember those little pieces that we cut out. So here's our letter A. And again, we're just going to add this. You notice I'm using mini glue dots because those are one of my favorites. So I'm going to attach my A, and then there's that little dot flower mosaic-y thing. We're going to put that right on that Cajun Craze one. And guys, that's all there is to it. A really great masculine set. I must say that I love the fact that I could use that music note. And because I know that Richard absolutely loves music, this I thought was just a perfect card for him. And I hope it's something that he'll enjoy. I hope you enjoyed it too. I appreciate you guys so much checking out the flashcard series. Your comments and emails have just been a total joy to me every time I read how much you enjoy the series. And I love bringing these cards to you each and every week. So thanks for being a part of Stampin', SimplySimpleStamping.com. And remember, all of the products I used, you can find those at SimplySimpleStamping.com. There's an online order button for you to place your order. Everything will be delivered right to your door in a flash. So speaking of flash, how about flashcard kits to go? I have heard from so many of you who really despise cutting. I get you. It's not my favorite thing either, but because I love you guys so very much, I have created flashcard kits to go. That's where everything will be cut and scored and ready for you to be able to create your own flashcards. You just get to do the fun part. You get to do the stamping and the adding of little fun things here and there without having to do all the icky cutting parts. So you can find that at Simply Simple Stamping. Up at the top, you'll see a flashcards to go button. You can click on that, choose your favorite color family, and hey, we'll have that out sent to you priority right away. You'll be creating in no time. Again, guys, thanks so much for tuning in to my video today. I hope you have a terrific day. I hope this is a card that will inspire you and something special for the guy in your life. So have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.